Happy first day of spring to those of you who celebrate and follow the astronomical seasonal calendar. Meteorological spring began March 1st, but the start of astronomical spring comes with the vernal equinox, which for us here in the Northern Hemisphere happened last night. Among those excited to usher in the season is Edgar B. Herwick III, the guy behind GBH's Curiosity Desk. Hey, Edgar.
Hey, Tori. Happy first day of spring.
Happy spring.
It's spring now no matter what calendar you follow.
Yeah.
So I was thinking what we would do is some question and answer fun around the idea of the equinox and the word spring. We'll use it as a springboard into some questions.
I see what you did there.
Well, thank you very much. So you're into this.
Let's go.
So let's do it. Let's get that first question. This is your first question here. This one is about the equinox. Which of these words is related to equinox? Okay, so you've got A, obnoxious, B, nocturnal, or C, aquarium. Which word is, you know, related to the word
nocturnal?
Nocturnal. That would be absolutely correct.
Yes.
You got
Let's
it.
go.
Of course.
Okay.
So equinox, that word equinox comes from Latin, and it means equal night. And so the idea of the equinox, what happens is, essentially, everywhere on the planet, you have almost exactly equal 12 hours of night, 12 hours of day. When we're in the northern hemisphere, it's the vernal equinox. We're going into spring. Southern hemisphere, they're going into fall. But for that one day, almost everybody has the same amount of light and night, equal night. And then nocturnal, that same noct from Latin, that is night. Nocturnal, of course, being related to the night.
Cool. And
So
the people who are nocturnal don't even see the sun, so
that's true.
They wouldn't even
That's
know.
true. They
Yeah.
wouldn't even know.
All right.
Should we do another one?
Let's go.
Okay, so the spring in this question is the city of Springfield here in Massachusetts. So question number 2, true or false on this one? So you got a 50% shot. The Springfield newspaper, The Republican, is older than the Boston Globe. Would you say that is true or false?
True.
That is true.
Oh, my God.
You are 2 for 2.
I didn't even cheat this time.
Yeah, so the Springfield Republican began way back in 1824 as a weekly. Then it became a daily in 1844. And, you know, that name Republican and the Republican Party, which was the abolitionist party during the Civil War, they're kind of related. And this newspaper in Springfield was one of those that was really fighting for the abolitionist cause during that period. Another really interesting fact about this newspaper, Charles Dow, who is the founder of the Dow Jones and the Wall Street Journal, he started his career as a business reporter for the Springfield Daily Republican.
Wow, is that still a newspaper?
It is still a newspaper.
Wow,
it
that's
still
amazing.
exists. It's still out there in Springfield, Massachusetts.
All right, hit me.
All right, we'll do another one. All right, question number 3. Question number 3, this may be your toughest one because it's not multiple choice and it's not true and false. You're just going to have to take a guess.
Okay, wow.
All right, here we go. This book by Rachel Carson is considered by many to be the starting point of the modern environmental movement.
I feel like people watching at home are screaming at their TVs, Silent Spring.
That would be correct. You are 3 for 3 today. Yes, Silent Spring. The title was actually inspired by a line from a John Keats poem, "The sedge is withered from the lake and no birds sing." And initially, this was going to be just the title of one of the chapters, the one about bird songs sort of going away. But eventually they came to go, no, this is kind of metaphorical for the whole thing that this is about. There are also some local connections with this book. One being that one of the big inspirations for the book to be written was a letter that was written by one of Carson's friends to the Boston Herald, describing her property and birds were dying and DDT had been used on the property. And that was a big impetus for Rachel Carson to write the book. And then it was also published by a local firm here in this area, Houghton Mifflin. They were the publisher on that book all those years ago. So a couple local connections with the book there.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
There you go.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more.
One more.
Okay,
one more question. All right, we'll go back to true and false on this one. So 50% shot of getting it right, which means you will be 4 for 4 if you do. No pressure. All right, here we go. A major reason why Boston was established where it is today is thanks to a natural freshwater spring that served as the main source of drinking water for the city for 200 years or so.
Please tell me it's not the Charles.
No. It is not the Charles. Well, we can say definitively it's not.
I mean, that would be cool if
people
people could have drank from the Charles at some point. But okay, I don't know.
Was there a freshwater spring? And is that a large reason why Boston ended up kind of growing as a city where it was?
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
True.
True.
Correct.
Oh my God.
4 for 4, you did it.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, today in downtown Boston, between I think it's Devonshire Street and Washington Street, there's a little street called Spring Lane. And there's a plaque there that sort of that is the spot where this spring once was. And basically, when the Massachusetts Bay Colony came, there was a guy who was living there, and he sort of had access to this freshwater spring, and they were like, "This is good. There's good water here."
They named it after him. That's amazing.
Cool. There,
okay, where can people ask you questions, and where can they send you stuff to find out?
It's pretty easy. They can send me an email at curiositydesk@wgbh.org. Ask me your questions. Maybe we'll take on some of them right here on Greater Boston in a future episode.
Awesome. All right, Edgar B. Herwick III, thank you so much.
Thank you.